Boker Tov, good morning. Today is Friday, September 10th. Erev Shabbat Parshat Vayelech, Erev Shabbat Shuva. What is strength? What is strength and fortitude? That phrase is used twice in our parsha, the very short parsha. First, describing the fact that we'll be entering the land of Israel, and we happen to fight so many enemies who'll be there, and God says we'll be able to defeat them. And chizku v'imitzu, God says, right? You should be strong and of fortitude. Al teruv al tartzim mipneihem, and right, not to be frightened and fearful of them, quiver from them. God is going to be going with you. He will not let you weaken. He will not desert you. Later, when Moshe is giving a charge to Yehoshua, who's going to be stepping in his stead, he says the following. Vayitzav et Yehoshua, we're told, and he gave a charge to Joshua, bin Nun, Vayomer, and he said, Chazak ve'ematz, be strong, and be, again, this word ematz, something to do with fortitude and resilience. You'll bring them, the children of Israel, to the land which I have sworn to you, and I will be with you, whether it's Moshe or somehow really speaking of God. So twice that phrase is used, and we know what we imagine that to mean, right? You're going to have to fight a long and difficult struggle and battle, and don't lose your resolve. Stay strong. God's with you, and you'll be able to push through if you have courage. That's really ematz is mostly more like courage. Be courageous. Yet, at least regarding the charge to Joshua, the Midrash chooses to explain the phrase a little differently. It's not about toughness at all. Not about being stubborn and unyielding, right? But rather, says the Midrash, quotes the verse, right? Israel is but a beloved lad, and in Egypt I had called him my child. And in this sense, God says through Moshe explains to Yehoshua, this nation I'm giving you is still young. They're young. They're lads. Don't be too harsh with them. Even God has called them his children, says the Midrash. And what Moshe seems to be saying here is that I'm not looking for you to be tough and courageous and difficult in that way, that you won't back down. It's not strong and courageous, but be patient and understanding. That's really what the message is, about patience and understanding. And what a strange shift of language. But there's a recognition, certainly in the context of child rearing or nation rearing, that this might be the case, that the strength for the long haul is to learn how to be patient, and certainly in the battles that have to be fought against the true evils in the world, it's a long vision that you have to have and stay the course of that. Even in given moments, the battle might be have shifted, and some might be lost. I raise this in the context of the fact that tomorrow is the 20th anniversary of the attacks at the World Trade Center. 9/11 it is tomorrow, and we recall how our world's changed, how our world is not the same in any way since that point in time. We can all do the reflection on individually how it's changed and how America has changed, and even the sense of a battle against forces of evil and that are out there. That battle is still being fought. But is it being? One of the challenges that's there right now is America has withdrawn. The way that it's withdrawn is a complicated business, right? But it's pulled itself out of Afghanistan. Do we say that that means that nothing was gained and there is no resolve? That's up to us at this point, up to this nation at this point. It doesn't always have to be gauged and assessed in the battle-ready mode. As long as there's still determinations with patience and readiness to continue to stay a course, to live the right life ourselves, and fight against a lot of those forces that are out there that need to be fought against. If we have not lost that resolve, then we continue to carry this charge of chazak ve'amatz, that is still strength and is still courage, even if it changes form. And so we hope and we pray that on this, the 20th anniversary of those events, that the world has not lost its resolve, even if it's shifted at this point, some of its strategy, and that we together, as peace-loving people with of a high moral calling, will continue to stand for what is right, to fight for what is right when fighting is needed, but certainly to be on a steady course to bring the world to where we know it needs to be. Let that be the blessing and the lesson of this, the 20th anniversary, and may all their memories be a blessing.